Welcome to the Power of Local podcast, where we discuss all things local business, and we are always vocal for local. Hi, I'm Rebecca Melanson. I am a co-founder of the Local Business Institute, here with my partner, Vicki Valdez. Hey, Vicki.
Hey there.
Today on the Power of Local podcast, where we talk about all things local business. But today we're going to have to me, a really fascinating discussion, and it's all about geofencing. Okay, so take a breath. Don't be afraid. It's an amazing, amazing thing. And we're going to tell you all about it today. So the thing that caught our attention about geofencing is at the Local Business Institute, we're always looking for ways to bring more resources to small local business. Whether it's resources that weren't there before at all, or maybe they weren't affordable, we try and make it affordable, or just bring things to you that will help you in your business that maybe you don't have access to. One of those, a big one, is geofencing. Don't worry if you don't know what it means, because we're going to help you with that. So it doesn't have to be a big, scary thing. Each of us has a cell phone, right? Everybody has a cell phone these days. And so in your cell phone is a GPS chip. That's what helps track you. It helps that wonderful navigation, right? That keeps you from getting lost. It does all kinds of good things for you. But it can be tracked as well. That's how navigation works. And geofencing is picking out a particular area. That area could be the parking lot of some competitor. It could be your whole town. It could be a street or a neighborhood or an area. It could be the entire United States. It could be whatever you want it to be, but it picks out an area, identifies those chips in those phones that are currently in that area, and then tracks them. Then when those people go home, it can pick up the IP addresses of their devices and deliver your message to them. So if this sounds a little big brother, maybe it is, but I can guarantee you that every one of you has been geofenced more than once.
Yeah.
You just
Always.
didn't know it. You're being geofenced all over the place. But right now, the geofencing is largely being done by big business to take your customers. And that's what we want to stop. We want to take your customers back. Tell that big business to forget it. So one of the reasons that the Local Business Institute got involved in a geofencing program is for you. That's it. It's simple. We want to bring this service to you in an affordable and easy fashion that you have access to and can use to pinpoint, target your customers, and send them your message. That's as simple as it
Yeah,
comes.
that's it. Don't make it more complicated than what it is.
No. And if you think, well, do they want my messages like that? Yeah, they do. They do. And let me assure you that whatever you're doing right now, if you're blasting emails or sending out, lots of social media or whatever it is you're doing, you are 99% doing a scattershot approach, right?
That is so
You're
true.
sending a
Yes.
message out
hmm
to a whole big audience of people and hoping that some of them are your customers. And sometimes some of them are. But the other people who aren't your customers are looking at your messages and getting irritated and thinking, why are they sending me this? I mean, I don't have dogs. I don't need dog food. I don't have kids. I don't need a pediatric dentist. I don't need any of that. Why am I getting
Oh,
this?
it's almost like getting junk mail in your mailbox. Remember all that junk mail we used to
Totally.
get? It's the same thing.
Exactly the same. But what if you could talk to people who were already identified as your potential customer? So through data and criteria, it's easy to find them. And this is even better than a zip code mail list, right? When you
It
say
is.
this zip code, well, pick any zip code in the country and all kinds of people live in that zip code. They might be your customer, they might not. But if you could pinpoint your customers and spend just a little bit of money geofencing them, how cool would that be? I think that would be awesome. So Vicki, you've been geofenced. How does that I'm sure you have.
I feel like I'm geofenced all the time. I didn't really know that was a name for it, that what was being done to me. But there's some times that I'll be having a conversation just with someone in the family, or I'll be on the phone with someone, or I'll just be happen to, talk about something. And next thing you know, my phone is just blasting all these advertisements or these pings to me about the subject. Say it was carrots, and I know now that I just said carrots, my phone is going to be sending me a bunch of information about carrots in the area, right? And it happens. It just happens. But yeah, that's what geofencing is. And you're right. After a point, it gets annoying because it's not just immediate, like happens just like as I said, carrots, it's going to happen in the next hour. It
Right.
happens for the next 3 days. It happens for the next week. And you're absolutely right. I get annoyed with it. I'm like, how do I get rid of this stuff? And here I'm going to say carrots again, that my phone will only give me, I like to be advertised to what I am looking for or something that I'm interested in,
Right.
not because of something I just happened to mention to someone or that my phone overheard me.
So I'm going to give a couple of examples because I'm sure people are saying, okay, I'm listening, but how does that work and how would
Work.
I use it? Right. Well, one example is let's say you're in a touristy area and you have a couple of blocks of shops and restaurants and maybe museums and all kinds of things to see. Right. So they're tourists walking around, and sooner or later, you know what? They get hungry, and let's say you have a little Italian restaurant around the corner and it's not necessarily visible, but you know it's really good. You can geofence those blocks, pick up the cell phones of people who are there walking around. Like you have no idea who these people are, right? They're tourists. You can't know who they are,
But they're there. They're there close by.
but they're there close by, and you can send them a message that says, getting hungry, the most amazing Italian food on the planet is right around the corner. And how great would that be? Or I heard of one business who is actually also a restaurant. They geofence their own business because if you're a restaurant, people come in. If they pay with cash, or even if they give you a credit card, you don't have a way to send them a message in any way.
No,
You
not
don't know
really.
who your
No.
customers are. They come and go. But if you geofence your own business, you can know who they are. And you can send
Amazing.
them a message that says, hey, thanks for stopping in yesterday. Did you know we have Taco Tuesdays next week? There are those tacos coming back. Um, if you have a competitor, let's say you're a dog groomer, and of course, all your customers have dogs, right? There's no reason for you to talk to somebody who doesn't have a dog. Well, where are the people who have dogs? You can geofence PetSmart or Petco,
Or
and
even a dog park, Rebecca.
or
Even
a
a
great
dog
idea.
park.
Oh, I love that. A dog park. And you know that everybody's there with a dog. So how
Hmm.
pinpointed can it get? And, there's no way to know who else is at the dog park. And better yet, you don't have to be there. You can geofence it.
You can
There's
geofence
an
it.
event that happens, if it's a conference or some big, I don't know, home and garden show in your local nursery, and the cost to be in that show is crazy expensive. I mean, those
Which
booths.
it usually is. Yeah, usually is.
What if, for a very small amount of money, you could geofence the event? And then
Mhm.
you could contact
Brilliant.
everybody who came to that event because they're looking at home improvement and garden improvement and things like that. It's so useful. And the ways that you can use it are just unbelievable. I heard once of a pediatric dentist who geofenced grade schools at pickup time. So
Oh, wow.
that
That's an
every
interesting. Okay.
parent sitting in a car,
In
and
a car waiting to pick
you
up their
go by
kid.
grade school at pickup time, and they're usually long lines of cars. Every parent picking up a child at that school has a child, and those children have teeth who need a pediatric dentist. Talk about targeting your audience.
Great idea.
It's
Great idea.
endless. It's just endless. And it's an amazing technology. So some of the questions you may have are, hey, is this even legal? Why, yes, it is. We would never do anything illegal.
It's already happening to us. We're already getting it all the time. We just didn't know that that's what was happening to us.
Right. And in this case, well, we're trying to shift it from happening to us to happening for us.
For us.
That's the shift that we're looking to make, to fight back against big business who does this all day, every day, and has been doing it for years, absolute years. And it's not just retail. You can do this if you're a manufacturer and you know that your customer profile likes a certain thing. Let's say you manufacture something and you know that your potential customer likes, I don't know, country music. Find a country music concert and geofence it and send your message to them. If you know that's who your customer is. Now, some of this, you have to know some things about your customer before
You
you
do.
to
You
utilize
do.
it the very best way, because you want to get that target as absolutely tight as you can get it. So that's, knowing your customer is not, I wouldn't say one of the hardest parts. It is the hardest part of this. The
The
rest of it's
hardest part.
easy. You just email us and we'll take care of it. But you have to know who you're looking for in order to know where to look for them. And it's not always the obvious. I mean, the pet groomer in the pet store is kind of obvious. Sometimes, it's a little less obvious. And, politicians use this all the time, all the time. Everybody does, except small
Everybody does.
hasn't been using
So,
it
well,
because it's expensive.
it is, but I got to tell you, when you look at the amount of expense that's spent from a local business on advertising, when you look at that and look at that on an annual basis, it's really not that much more expensive, Rebecca, than what they actually spend on a year. And actually, myself personally, when you're looking at the power of local, this is what we're talking about. Discussion is about bringing that power to local businesses to be able to have this opportunity and just have a little bit of different thinking using technology that we have today to be
Mhm.
able to be more effective and more efficient and grow their businesses.
So that's a lot of information packed in a short time. And speaking of time, we're out of time. So we're going to close out this segment of the Power of Local podcast. And if you want to know more about geofencing or the package that we've been able to put together for you as a small local business, just visit our website, localbusinessinstitute.org, or you can always email us anytime about anything at podcast@localbusinessinstitute.org. We'd love to hear from you. So stay in touch. Let us know what you're thinking about geofencing or anything, really. Have anything you want us to talk about? Let us know and we'll talk about it. But for now, remember, be vocal for local, because we are always vocal for local. Thanks, Vicki. See you next time.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you for joining us today for the Power of Local podcast, where we encourage you to always be vocal for local. See you next time.